characters, usually with the hero of the story, but there are times where they are actually just straight evil.
Today was a good day. Today was a good day. Shoot it up, I'm in Balmain. Put it up on the champagne.
We're gonna start with Eren Yeager. Yes, I know a lot of people on his side, me included, but if we're being totally real, if we're keeping it a buck, yeah, he was a bad guy. He was a villain. He started off as a hero figure. You know, he had good motives. He wanted to wipe out the Titans, which he ended up doing, by the way. But he wanted to wipe out the Titans because of what they had done to him, you know, because of what they done to his people. And then he became one, right? And then he started to see what was going on in real life. And then he kissed that woman's hand, forgot her name, and he saw everything. Now you have to put yourself in his shoes, yeah? From that moment onwards, he saw what was going to happen in the future. And he realized what his role was in this life. Best believe after that moment, he never smiled again. Not a single smile. Not one. His life changed and he realized what he had to do. Listen, this main character, yeah, he went back in time. He manipulated his dad to eat up a family. Then he ate up his dad. Pause. To gain the power of the Attack Titan. Then he went back. Oh, this is the worst. This one, yeah, my heart was he went back in time to make sure that one Titan ate his mom. He went back in time to make sure his mom was eaten in front of him. Oh, this is mad. He killed off his dad and he made sure his mom died just so the story can go in the way that it needed to go. I'm not gonna lie, I felt for him, but he's definitely a bad guy, and that's not even the worst part, yeah? Because of the way the world treated his people, they called his people devils. So you know what he done? He said, allow it. We're not the devils, you man are the devils, and I'm gonna kill every single one of you. So that's what he done. He wiped out pretty much 80% of the planet and left his people to live, and wiped out the rest, most of them. This includes women, children's, baby, men, boys, girls, everyone was getting stamped on by those big titans. Colossal titans were just walking around the whole planet, squishing heads because of Eren. This guy committed a mass genocide. He is a villain, he's an evil guy. People didn't like his people, but they didn't deserve to die for it. You understand? I was definitely rooting for him though. But that's besides the point. He's a villain, but those are the type of main characters that I rock with. Let's go to another example. Walter White. Yes, he may not be a complete villain. He's not the most villainous person in the story, I'll keep it real. But he is still a bad guy. Walter White, the genius, the man with a massive head. I don't know why I said that. The man is a genius. He doesn't get the props that he deserves. He helped build a billion-dollar company and he didn't get any credit for it. He didn't get any money for it. He's still living as a teacher in the school, which is well below his abilities, right? And he starts struggling financially and he realizes he needs to take care of his own, you know? So he uses his brilliant mind to make meth. Yes, he makes meth, he becomes a drug dealer, he starts dealing drugs, making a whole lot of money for it. I'm talking hundreds of millions he's making from selling drugs, making drugs. Let him cook. Anyways, yeah. You know, over the course of the series in Breaking Bad, he starts killing people, which is not good. People don't deserve to die, but those people were bad people. He didn't kill anyone who didn't deserve it, you know, so to speak. So he's not really a complete villain, but once you start killing people, obviously you're a little bit on the evil side. So yes, Walter White is another candidate in the book. But one of my favorite MCs, by the way. This is what I'm saying. This whole video is about MCs who are not the typical MCs. They're not the man who are always gonna make the right decision. No, they're the man that will kill off a man if they have to and sell off drugs if that means his family's taken care of. To get me, I hate his wife. Anyways, that's besides the point. Last one I'm gonna touch on is Franklin Saint. Brick by brick. Yes, Mr. Brick by Brick himself. He is probably the coldest that I've named on this list. Probably my favorite that I've named on this list. Franklin Saint. He's just so cold, isn't it? Why is everything he does so clean? He's a young boy growing up in the hood. It seems like the normal route of a normal citizen didn't quite work out for him because he's black, you know, which made it difficult for him. So he comes back home and he finds a different way. That way is selling drugs. That seems to be a bit of a theme in this video, but let me land, selling drugs now, and he gets into a whole lot of altercations. But then he becomes the #1 drug dealer. He's making millions, tens of millions selling these drugs. But obviously, selling drugs makes you a bit of a villain, because he's selling these drugs to people in his neighborhood. He's selling these drugs to his people, and his people are dying. His people are broken. His people can't take care of their own children because they're hooked on the drugs that he sells, which is bad. He was part of the CIA's plan to infiltrate the black community and kind of dumb them down so they can be controlled. So obviously that does make him a bad guy, and at one point he definitely does see that. There's a scene where he walks into the neighborhood and he can see a black mom going to get drugs and not really taking care of her child properly because she's heavily into the crack that he is distributing. So obviously it makes him a villain, but you just see the complexities of the show, the complexities of his character. You see the different things that he has to go through, life or death situations. It just makes for such a thrilling story when the MC is not just a straight line guy, you know what I mean? They have to go through hardship and they make the wrong decisions, they might be a bit villainous, but it's definitely very interesting as a story. And that's why I love them type of MCs. His mom was wrong. She should have waited. She should have waited like 10 seconds. If she just waited 10 seconds, he could have been 37 M's up. Oh, that's generational wealth. That's besides the point. Let me know what other main characters you know of that I didn't mention that would fit into this category. And let me know if these are your favorite MCs, or if you do prefer the straight-headed MC that is going on a righteous path. Let me know. Like and subscribe as well, because likes are free. You might as well subscribe while you're there. Oh yeah, glory, yeah.